Welcome back to the Botanical Interest Seed Diaries. I'm Amanda from Fallow and Blossom Homestead here in Michigan. We are zone 6A, just on the tail of 6B. We have a little bit of a smaller growing season here in the northern part of the Midwest, but we get a lot done. And today I thought I would share with you some of my favorite flower varieties of growing here on the homestead to make cut flower arrangements. They are so great for the environment. They bring in pollinators and they're great for your garden that way. And then they're so beautiful. Something that I don't think we think a lot of when we are homesteading and we're gardening is just growing something for fun. And lastly, we grow them as an income source here on our homestead. Today, I want to share 4 varieties of seeds that I will grow no matter if we were growing for income or not, because they're absolutely beautiful. And if you stay to the end of this video, I will show you how each variety comes together in the most beautiful autumn harvest inspired bouquet that is perfect for your home, for your friends, or to sell at your farm stand. The varieties that we're talking about are so easy and beginner friendly if you've never grown flowers before. They are all direct sow, so you don't need to have any seed starting equipment unless you want to. They're all very productive flowers. They are cut and come again, and they will last all summer long. If you're new, don't worry. These were some of the first seeds I started with, and they definitely make you into a flower lover. The first varieties we're going to talk about is zinnias. Now, zinnias is one of the most common cut flower varieties, and they are beautiful and stunning. There are tons of different styles and colors of zinnias, but the 2 I want to talk about today are the Queenie series, the Queenie Red Lime and the Queenie Lime Orange. These are the most beautiful autumn inspired colors that I love growing on our homestead. Now, they work with lots of different color palettes, but these 2 just really feel the warmth of the autumn colors that I truly am drawn to. Now, the Queenie Red Lime is just this very interesting color. They start out almost as like an antique mauve, and then they bleed down into this beautiful green. It is such a unique color that you don't see in a lot of flower varieties, and it's a must for any cut flower garden. Now, if you love golden hour on your garden or homestead, then you're going to love the Queenie Lime Orange. This is what golden hour feels like if it were a flower. The beautiful warmth of that sunlight is in this flower variety, and I absolutely love it. Now, it pairs very well with the Queenie Red Lime, but also pairs very well with pinks and peaches and mauves and ivories and so many different colors. Zinnias are a cut and come again flower. The more you cut them, more come up. They're so beautiful. Now, if you have a little bit longer of a growing season, you can do 2 or 3 successions of these. Up here in Michigan, I tend to be fine with just 1 succession. You can direct sow them into the ground, and they're easy peasy. The next flowers I'm talking about are cosmos, specifically the rabenza kind. These are so beautiful, and they add such a whimsy to a bouquet. They're light and airy. They float in the breeze. You can direct sow them. They are cut and come again, highly productive. The only thing I will note about these is they don't have a very long vase life, but they're worth it. And you do have to deadhead them quite a bit to keep them coming back, because they are a quick turnaround flower, but they are worth it. The way they blow in the wind is just so magnificent, and what they add to a bouquet is so perfect. If you've never grown cosmos before, I highly recommend this variety. It starts off as this like beautiful maroon color, and then it ages into this dusty antique rose color. It is just the most amazing variety. The next group of flowers I want to talk about is Amaranth. Now, there's a couple different varieties of Amaranth. There are some cascading varieties, and then there's a plume varieties, which we're going to talk about today. Amaranth is such an interesting flower. They're highly productive. You can direct sow them, and they reseed very easily. So a lot of times they'll reseed next year. So keep that in mind when you're planning your garden layout. If you don't want to be plucking them next year because you don't want them there, you might need to think that through. But amaranth adds such a interesting texture to your bouquets. They're not quite a focal flower, not quite a filler flower. they're just something that brings the whole bouquet together and adds interest. They are very tall, and you can actually pop the seeds like popcorn, which I've never tried, but if I ever do, I'll let you know what it tastes like. They're absolutely gorgeous. So the two varieties I'm chatting with you about today is Amaranth Burgundy. This is definitely falls into that beautiful deep color range that pairs well with yellows and oranges and pinks, but definitely for fall. And then my favorite is the Hot Biscuit variety. This is such a unique variety. I've never really seen a color palette like this before. And the Hot Biscuit variety kind of reminds me of like a caramel golden texture. Both of them basically get to about the same height, but the Hot Biscuit, there's just something really unique about it, and this is the one that people come back for all the time and ask questions for all the time when they purchase our flowers from us. I just absolutely love this. The last variety we're talking about are sunflowers. This is going to be our focal flower for this bouquet, and this is the Heirloom Beauties. Now this comes with a variety of Lemon Queen, Autumn Beauty, and Deep Red Velvet Queen. Now, this gives you a variety pack of a bunch of different colors, all that pair well with these varieties, and they're just so beautiful. They are branching sunflowers, so they will drop pollen, so keep that in mind, but that also means you get a lot more bang for your buck because you get a lot more flowers on just one stem. You can also succession plant these every couple of weeks to get a fresh batch. You can also plant these in a hedgerow, and they do really well for that. These are one of my pollinators' favorites. Constantly we have the little bumblebees hanging out on these flowers, and they're so beautiful. So these varieties I recommend to anybody who is a seasoned gardener or somebody who's just starting out this year. I highly recommend them. And this is what all the varieties that come together and look like in a bouquet. They're so beautiful. This was our autumn harvest inspired bouquet last year. We started offering this right around July, September, and it flew off of our farm stand, and I highly recommend it. It is perfect for just your home to share with your friends and loved ones, or if you have a flower stand at the end of your driveway, you could be selling them too. These colors also pair well with so many other varieties, so get on and just experiment and see what you love. And if you decide that you're growing flowers this year, I want to share in that beautiful journey with you. Head over to Fallow and Blossom Farm here on YouTube. We share everything country living style, everything from gardening, canning, thrifting, just slow living. We chat about it over there. And you can also follow us on Instagram, where we share a lot of that same journey there, just in smaller snippets. I can't wait to connect with you and see everything you're growing this year. Until next time.